Good morning, campers, and welcome to another episode of East Virginia Revealed. Yes, indeed, my friends, and we've got two big revelations for you, one good and one bad. The good one is our location. Today, we are in beautiful Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge, right down here in the southern extremities of Virginia Beach. And we're going to travel all the way from this place down to the great state of North Carolina. The second revelation, though, ain't so happy, guys. You can see I can look there, I can look there, I can look there, and there's no bear. Blue Bear is not with me today, I'm really sorry to say. We got separate weekends, and that happens sometimes when you work in tourism like we do. So while I love all my viewers, today I'll love one viewer just a little bit more than all the rest of you. Actually, a whole hell of a lot. So I hope y'all don't mind. But in any case, my friends, kick back, relax, and let OMC set you free.
State of mind, it isn't yours, it isn't mine. I was on my back in a field of smoke, in the sky above, the words it spoke, all the things I knew before all melted away like a face that's been caught in time dissolved. Once in a while, yeah, life is good, it'll make you smile. But the cold reflections take their turns, and you're ignorant to the ones you burn. All the things I knew before all melted away like a face that's been caught in time dissolves my life away. Words to say have been caught in time resolved. To never be the one who's looking down. Oh, if I can see it, never be the one who's looking down. Oh, if I believe it, never be the one who's looking down. Time away, yeah, time away. Time away, yeah. Heaven's just a state of mind. It isn't yours, it isn't mine. I was on my back in a field of smoke.
About to begin the adventure. I got my famous nuthead helmet on right now. Nothing's getting through that. And we are going to blast down a series of dikes leading us from Back Bay down to a place called False Cape State Park. So it's going to be a pretty cool ride. We got the perfect day for it, guys. Breeze is blowing nicely. It's going to make the riding a little harder, but it's going to keep me cool, so I'm looking forward to that. In addition, we have an absolutely perfect weather situation where there's no rain and there's no lightning, none of that. You don't want to go down here if there's lightning because most of it's open field and you're going to get, electrocuted and killed. So we'll start biking for a long while, but we're going to get to a place where the trail becomes so screwed up that you can't bike it anymore. You have to hike it. And so we're going to do what's called a fusion hike. A little bit of biking, a little bit of hiking. So, we're going to mix it up
friends,
today.
Here we go. Another OMC adventure begins, sadly without the blue bear. But while there's no blue bear, there is a Back Bay, and here is their visitor center, which is currently closed because of the ongoing pandemic. Maybe next year. However, the dikes are still open, but they do have to close down the dikes from November through about April, and then they open them back up again. So if you guys come down here, late autumn, winter, you're not going to be able to use these. But they're open right now, so check them out, guys. Isn't this cool? You take a whole series of these suckers all the way down to False Cape. Alright, guys. Oh, this is a real treat. Usually I take the east dike down,
But it looks like today the West Dike is open. So cool. I haven't been on the West Dike, since 18, I think was the last time I was out there, 2018. So this is pretty cool. Now we're here pretty early. I left out at about 5:30 in the morning. I didn't get down here though from Williamsburg until about 7:30. So it took a long time because of traffic, Hampton Roads traffic. But we're still pretty early in the morning. So that's the good news about that, is birds, birds, birds. If there's any bird lovers here, we're gonna see a whole shit ton of them. Back Bay is really special to me because this is where I got my first real job when I was about 15, 16 years old. I'd come down here and work basically like, making trails and digging holes and stuff like that, just, mowing lawns, just, manual work, things like that. It was a great job. I got to meet some great people, and it started me on a road to working in tourism, in places that are beautiful and places that people want to visit. And I think this land down here kind of launched my personal voyage on a life of making people happy by showing them wonderful things. At least I hope that's what I'm doing. I hope so. Now guys, you come down to Back Bay, you're going to see this bastard a lot, so be careful. He's a cottonmouth. And that's one of just a few species of pit viper that lives here in Virginia. They are highly venomous. They likely won't kill you, but they will put you in the hospital. So stay away from them. Unlike other forms of venomous snakes who are a little bit more relaxed, these guys are highly aggressive, especially in the springtime. I actually got chased by one when I used to work down here. And let me tell you, they are a lot faster than they look. So remember, if you see this one, keep away from it. He is B-A-D, and that doesn't spell good. Give you guys a little more background about my personal history with this place. When I was working that job, my mom, who already had to get up at about 5:30 in the morning anyway, she would always drive me an extra half hour all the way down here to Back Bay. So I want to thank Mom for doing that. That was really sweet, and she did not have to do that. I wouldn't have been able to work here if she hadn't. And this is really where I wanted to work. So thank you, Mom, for going that extra mile for me, like you always do. Wind is strong and it is giving me a good push, but the great thing about the wind, it means no bugs, because let me tell you all, the bugs down here are jamming. You want to bring some spray, a mosquito net. This time being September, you probably want a mosquito net. Just keep them things off your head, man, because they are going to come nibbling at you for sure. Well guys, I'll tell you, I like the West Dike better than the East Dike, and the reason why is variety. You can see what I'm talking about right here. We've just been out there in the open marsh, and now we're coming into a true maritime forest with your loblolly pines, your live oak trees, and myriad insects of every variety. Wax myrtle too. All the usual suspects are here, guys. And it's this land here that keeps the main body of Virginia and North Carolina from being flooded. quite honestly. This is the start of what a chain of islands called the Outer Banks. And the Outer Banks actually run all the way down to Mexico and an almost completely unbroken chain of little tiny thin islands. And if these ever go because of climate change, then those of us who live on the East Coast are definitely in for a rough time. Look out southeast. It's probably going to be a rough 100 years. But not to worry about that right now, friends. Check out the beautiful forest featured here on the West Dike. All right, guys, you see we're coming up to a boundary here, a very important boundary. This is Falls Cape State Park right here. Falls Cape State Park, yes indeed. And we're about ready to cross that line, my friends, from federal to Commonwealth property, yes indeed. So get ready, we're gonna go down there. Now you're gonna notice a change gonna take place right quick, just like we saw before, from open salt marsh to forest canopy, yes indeed. But first, I'm going to show you one of the very best views on the East Coast of the United States. Oh yeah, here we are at Falls State Cape Park Visitor Center. Right there is part of the jawbone of a whale. Pretty cool. And here's the beautiful visitor center, guys. After a very refreshing stop, we're leaving the beautiful Falls Cape Visitor Center behind and proceeding. This part is really important. After you do that first left out of the visitor center, the next thing you need to do is turn right. When you come to this sign here, that first sign after the visitor center, turn right, and that will put you on the path to glory. Yes indeed. If by glory you mean North Carolina, which is a pretty good place. Yep, sure is. All right, campers, this part is extra important with cheese. You see the signpost here. It's going to be about your third signpost you find. And then you're going to look for a brown sign, this one here with a little white sign on the bottom. And that says you're going North Carolina, baby. Yeah, North Kakalaki. And that's where we're going right now. So this is the start down to another state of mind, another state of being, North Carolina. And you go down there and you will go right to Corolla Beach. Corolla Beach. You don't have to go pay all that money for beach house, nothing like that. You just go down this trail and you will be there in short order. But things are about to get interesting, folks, because as I proceed, this road is getting sandier and sandier, and pretty soon it's going to be too sandy to bike. Even if you have one of the big old dirt bikes, monster wheels, you couldn't do it. So I'm coming up now on a hitching post, and I'm gonna have to leave my bike here. I'm gonna take off my nut head helmet, and I'm gonna have to start hiking, because bikes past this point are just no damn good. Here we go. All right, guys, the bike is locked up. I'm even leaving my famous nut head helmet behind, and I'm heading out here, guys. So remember, be ready to walk. We got us about a 2.5 mile walk going down to the border of North Carolina. And we're going to not only go to the beach down there in Corolla, but I also have a most excellent secret surprise waiting for you. So get ready. Got that ever familiar sound of the F-18 flying overhead. If you're from Virginia Beach, you are definitely used to that noise. Oh my God, the sound of freedom, as they say. And let me tell y'all, freedom is loud. It's loud as hell. Well, in any case, my friends, we are proceeding down toward the North Carolina border, this super sandy road. Now, if you want to drive on this road, I got to disappoint you. You have to have a special permit, and they're super hard to get. You have to be a resident of Corolla, I think. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. So don't get too excited about that. And I tell you, last year in 2020, nobody could go inside much, so, you know, like do inside things. So what they did is they came to outside places like this. And last year this was packed, just packed. And now it is super quiet, which I am really, really happy about. Although it's a little too quiet because my blue bear is not here. And I do miss her because we are adventure partners, have been for a long time. I couldn't even get Sneakers the dog to go with me because he's got a bad case of mange. Yeah, I'm afraid that mange has just totally infested him. But not to worry, we're gonna give him an Epsom salt bath. We're gonna rub him down with some talcum powder, a little oil of Olay, and that woolly coat will come growing right back, so it will. But in the meantime, I'm all alone. All right, guys, it's been a nice chill walk going down through the beautiful forest down there, these wild live oaks, these fine pine trees. And now you got a couple of choices here. This way, going straight, once you reach the signs, the last set of signs, takes you to Corolla Beach. And we are going to go to Corolla Beach, but first I want to take you guys on a little side hustle here. You see there is a marker right there, and it says it takes you down to the North Carolina Bird Memorial. It's about half a mile. It's pretty cool. This is where in the 18th century William Byrd II, who was the slave-owning plutocrat who was really good at maps, came down here and went ahead and demarcated the current boundary between North Carolina and Virginia. So, a little point of historical interest and definitely a nice little side trip. So, let's go ahead and take that hustle together, going down to see the border. Oh yeah. Here it is, guys. The plaque marking the creation of the North Carolina-Virginia border in 1728, a border that still holds today. And I know y'all probably think I'm in Virginia, but I'm not. I'm in North Carolina, baby. Oh yeah. And look over here. That's more North Carolina. Yes, indeed. Lots and lots of it. And then behind me is Virginia. Virginia, North Carolina. North Carolina, Virginia. They do look a bit similar, I must say. Right, well, we come back from William Byrd's old marker, and now we're at the Sand Ridge Trail, my friends. And so, campers, we are going to turn this left. So remember, if you're coming from up there at the visitor center, you get all the way down here. You don't want to see William Byrd, you just go straight on to the beach. Bam! This road here will take you to the beach. So let's head on down there. We got a nice long sandy trail. It's about half a mile long. And pretty soon it is going to turn into just straight sand and nothing else. So get ready for that. Things are getting a little sandy around here. Yeah, it's a little sandy. But pretty soon there's going to be a whole slew of multi-million-dollar beach cottages and stuff all over the place. It's really nice. If you guys check out Airbnb, if you get a bunch of friends together, you can go down here to Corolla. It's pretty reasonable, I suppose, if you do it with about 6 people. You can get one of these big houses and just kind of, you know, hang out and have a good time. Wouldn't be my cup of tea as such. I like to travel alone, or even better with Blue Bear, and that's about it. Oh, my folks too sometimes. Well, I tend to be a kind of a solitary guy who has a compulsion to entertain people for some reason. I don't know. Nature is a strange beast, to be sure. But here we are, friends, at the edge of the earth. You can hear those waves are crashing. Got the Porta-John for the deuce. And those wires lead down to Corolla, North Carolina barrier. And we are about to cross into Carolingian territory yet again. It's going to happen, my friends. We don't have to fill out those forms now if we leave the state. We don't do that anymore. Here we are in North Carolina. This, guys, you can see it. Corolla. Yes, indeed, the northernmost extremities. You see them beach houses off in the distance, chock full of world-class amenities. And I must say, it's a lot quieter than it was last time. Last time, I mean, it was standing room only. I mean, this place was just wall to wall. But 2021 is not 2020, and so things have changed a lot. And I guess these are not quite as popular as they were. That's okay, it's still beautiful. And to tell you the truth, it's a whole lot better. The less people you have, the better. Well, guys, I got a decision to make. Usually when I do this trail, I just backtrack the way we came, but I hate backtracking. I don't want to backtrack. So I was looking at the map, and we can make it. We can make it back to the bike if we go that way. Now, there's a risk to it, right? If we go that way and we miss our turn to go back into the trail, then we're going to have to backtrack for another 3 or 4 miles, like basically doubling the backtracking that we would have done otherwise. But I'm feeling spunky today, and I think we should try it out. What do you think? Yeah? Okay, we'll do it. Here we go. This is really cool, guys. I haven't done a lot of hiking on the beach. Usually, you know, the beach is for surfing and swimming and stuff like that. I never much thought to hike on it, but I'm doing it now, and it's great. The sand is so well packed. It's just like I'm walking on asphalt almost. But, you know, with a little more give than asphalt, so it's absolutely perfect. And I'm just about the only person here. Really cool. Alright, guys, I figured it out. Yes, indeed. Check it out. That is the way back in to the interior of Falls Cape State Park. I thought I'd lose it, but I didn't. And I feel very proud right now of my navigational powers. Eat ya hot out, William Boyd. As you can see, folks, we made it back, or I made it back, I should say. There's my bicycle and my patented nuthead helmet waiting to take me home. And home's about where I'm fixing to go now, friends. So we're going to conclude this lonely but lovely episode of Bike America. We appreciate y'all watching. If you enjoyed the video today, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and give that old like a smash. Yes, indeed. Have a great day. Enjoy yourselves. Keep alive. Keep happy. Keep well. Until next time, have fun out there.
State of mind, it isn't yours, it isn't mine. I was on my back in a field of smoke, in the sky above. The words it spoke, all the things I knew before, all melted away like a face that's been caught in time dissolved. Once in a while, yeah, life is good, it'll make you smile. But the cold reflections take their turns, and you're ignorant to the ones you burn. All the things I knew before all melted away like a face that's been caught in time dissolves my life.